Father Almighty, we glorify your name. We exalt your holy name.
To know the truth is to know Jesus Christ.
No Africa can succeed alone. Africa needs each other.
Beyond this perilous time, there is a great Africa, great future, great Nigeria, great South Africa, great Ghana. That will be great. You'll be talking of another continent entirely.
I said to you, there will be economic crisis. The war the whole world will face now is economic war.
Donald Trump
has triggered a new trade war,
instituting tariffs on countries throughout the world.
The longest service president, a military man in an Arab nation in Africa. We just have to pray against bloodshed.
For more than 4 decades, he ruled Libya with flamboyance and fear.
This is a Libya that for the first time in 42 years does not have to live in fear of Muammar Gaddafi.
I was telling you, pray for the nation Kenya, and I said there are 3 groups inside the Kenya that still roaming about Tombi.
At least 10 people have been killed and scores more injured in twin explosions in the Kenyan capital, Nairobi.
And in the nation of South Africa, we should help them in prayer because I'm seeing youth revolt.
Police and students have engaged in running battles at Wits University in Johannesburg.
What started peacefully descended quickly into violence when the students didn't get their way.
Deuteronomy 18:18. I will raise up for them a prophet like you from among their fellow Israelites, and I will put my words in his mouth. He will tell them everything I command him.
We are not used to prophets regarding the nature of their calling. It's not only to tell the future, but also to foretell God's opinion at the moment.
Deuteronomy 18:22. If what a prophet proclaims in the name of the Lord does not take place or come true, that is a message the Lord has not spoken.
Tell your neighbor, be a producer, not a consumer. This is the problem we are facing in our continent, Africa. What is it? Instead of using our mineral resources to exchange technology, we use it to exchange dollars and pounds. Instead of using the mineral resources the Lord has given us and take it, hey, you need something from me. We, Africa, will carry our mineral resources. Instead of giving them and use it to receive technology they have, we give them and receive dollars, pounds. If we use these mineral resources to take technology, nobody will embezzle money. Say, not oil for money, oil for technology. Tell the whole world.
For decades, African countries have exported raw materials while importing poverty.
It's what lies buried deep in the ground of the Congo. The DRC is home to huge mineral deposits. In fact, it has more than half of the known reserves of cobalt in the world, used for lithium-ion batteries, which can be found in everything from smartphones to electric vehicles to national power grids. There's also huge deposits of lithium, gold, diamonds, zinc, tin and coltan. And at the moment, the DRC is only mining a tiny fraction of the reported $25 trillion worth of untapped natural resources that it sits on.
Despite being rich in natural resources, many people in Congo are very poor.
Africa is also at the heart of a geopolitical scramble for rare earth minerals.
Last year, about $1.1 billion of minerals were exported from Rwanda. It's a huge amount.
We cannot continue as a country and continent whereby we send our resources to be processed in other countries, which means we are importing jobs are for our young people.
Chinese miners.
It's a serious one. So write it in the paper and follow it up. Tell your president all over the world. I'm talking to the whole world. Message is here. Carry your youth along. You talk of 50 down to 2019. Hardly you see any government, most especially in Africa, you see at that 50 year to 90 year in an important position. So God showed me this vision, not sitting down writing an article. This is a vision I saw. I'm seeing a revolution. When I say revolution, I mean every revolution starts by protest. When it starts by protest, at that protest, the power can stop them. They have the ability to stop them. But when it becomes revolution, no one can stop revolution. I repeat again. I'm seeing what? A revolution. I'm seeing people taken to the streets.
A revolution is a sudden and often forceful change in political power, social or economic systems, typically led by the masses or a movement against an existing regime.
It might be stopped at the beginning. Eventually, it will become so big that it cannot be stopped. This I see happen. Nigeria, pray. All over the world, it will move from one country to another.
Police officers were chasing them, lobbing tear gas canisters in their direction. But it was a bullet fired.
In the latest protests in the capital, it's a younger generation taking to the streets, a sight never seen before.
Powerful majority is on the rise with a particular vision for Kenya.
They have violated our constitution and we want that to change.
Kenya is our country. The protest in Kenya is not the first youth-led movement. From climate strikes inspired by Greta Thunberg to the End SARS movement in Nigeria.
The 2020 End SARS protest saw thousands of Nigerian youths storm the streets to protest against police brutality and extrajudicial killings.
Shots ring out as security personnel fire at unarmed protesters in a wealthy Lagos suburb. These people are now victims of the brutality Nigerians have been protesting against for the last 2 weeks.
Protesters in Sudan continue to call for the resignation of President Omar al-Bashir.
Sudanese protesters continue to come out in their numbers, chanting outside army headquarters in the capital Khartoum for another day.
We are starving under this president. We have been displaced because of him.
They do to us as they please. Later, some soldiers intervened and others expressed their support for the demonstrators.
This is a message to our colleagues in the armed forces. The people here are our brothers and have a right to speak their minds.
All over the world, it will move from one country to another. God has given us the way out. Listen to the way out. The way out, are you there? Job creation. For the youth and the creation of a new social value system. This is because 90% of youth believe that it is by becoming political thugs that they could be successful. It by become what? Political thugs. They can be successful. Especially, you see PhD, even a professor today, they become thug to the political leaders. Professor, because they have no job. You can send a professor to do anything for you for money because he has nothing to do. Take note, because those in the political office do not want to retire in politics and become statesman. You know the reason why the youth turn to thugs? People in power in political offices, they are not ready to retire. And retire and become statesman. Nobody is ready. And the youth, they are jobless. They are supposed to be included in the system. Because when the people up there are not retired, there is no offices for youth, new people, new intake.
On to Central Africa, where Cameroon's 91-year-old president, Paul Biya, has hinted at another term as the head of state. Now, Paul Biya has been the president of Cameroon since 1982. In a continent where the young population has been pressurizing leaders to give up power, he is the only leader that most Cameroonians know.
The youth of today are angry. They are angry and are hungry. They want to change from this old order to a new order. They want to take back their country.
After days of nationwide protests, SARS was dissolved on President Muhammadu Buhari's order.
President William Ruto has firmly dismissed calls for his resignation, telling critics behind the Ruto Must Go campaign that he is not going anywhere.
I think this is going to go down in history, in Kenyan history, as a time when young people really showed up for a protest.
You must go! Ruto must go!
Thousands of Africans across the continent rallied under the unified call of Hands Off the AES to express their solidarity with Burkina Faso and its revolutionary leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Ibrahim Traore. He is Africa's youngest head of state at 35 years of age. Ibrahim Traore became the transitional president of Burkina Faso following a military coup in 2022.
His defiance of traditional Western powers and unapologetic call for African ownership.
I'm beginning to see a replica or a replication of the late Thomas Sankara in him.
Notre pays produit suffisamment de quoi nous nourrir. Par manque d'organisation, nous sommes encore obligés de tendre la main pour demander des aides alimentaires.
A revolutionary's voice rose. This revolutionary was none other than Thomas Sankara, the late former president of Burkina Faso.
Young and dynamic leader, ready to put his innovative ideas at the service of his fellow citizens.
Faisons en sorte également que le marché africain soit le marché des Africains. Produire en Afrique, transformer en Afrique et consommer en Afrique.
And now, Captain Ibrahim Traore, the youngest head of state on earth, feels that same engineered silence breathing down his neck. In less than 2 years, his expelled French troops raised gold royalties and formed the Alliance of Sahel states with Mali and Niger.
What he's doing is reminding African states, especially my own country, Ghana, that you don't have to export raw value for peanuts. For decades, African countries have exported raw materials while importing poverty.
For the first time, Burkinabe people began to see their agricultural work as part of a national revival.
If countries like, as I said, Ghana, Nigeria, or the Democratic Republic of Congo follow suit, they could finally shift from being exporters of resources to actual stakeholders in the global value chain.
The youth want to see themselves represented in every area of life. That is the answer to the problem coming. Tell your president, tell your leaders, tell your prime minister all over the world, revolution is coming. In every department of government or politics, the youth should be junior assistant to the leaders, to the head of such departments, whatever department, either chairman of a company or director or administrator, that must be junior administrator. Chairman of the company, that must be junior chairman. Head of processor, that must be junior processor. Just name municipal, that must be junior municipal. A good example, the chairman of political party of your country could be an elder, while youth should be the junior chairman. By doing this, we are training them to take over tomorrow. If I'm hated, if I'm persecuted, intimidated because of my accurate prophetic utterances, blessed be to God who gives the prophecy. This is co-revolution. If you have not experienced it in your nation in Africa, it may be in a different way, but yours is coming to flush and to strengthen the people that will remain for this generation to come, not this one. A generation that will have a change of mind, a change of heart. Will you and I, TB Joshua, overcome this perilous time? Because beyond this perilous time, there is a great Africa, great future, great Nigeria, great South Africa, great Ghana, great, just name those countries. That will be great, but you'll be talking of another continent entirely. West Africa needs Southern Africa to develop. Southern Africa needs West Africa to develop. North Africa needs East Africa to develop. No one is self-sufficient. We cannot do without each other.
Africa, remember where we're coming from.
This perilous time, there is a great Africa, great future, great Nigeria, great South Africa, great Ghana, great, just name those countries. That will be great, but you'll be talking of another continent entirely.